Here, I'll hold the guitar first. Read it, what it says there in the bottom.
Dedicated to my dad. Wow! Saan ka natutog? Ganito ka galing.
Dear Dad, I made you a book.
Never the mind.
So Dad, it's okay if I go there, right?
Yeah.
Can you help me record a video?
What time you get alright?
From here it's like 4 hours. So maybe 3 hours, I don't know. Maybe around 3 o'clock. I'm gonna leave soon. Alright, so we just got off the phone with my dad. He's so random. He said he went to Walmart to buy some noodles. Now, I had sort of a weird upbringing. My dad is today 75 years old, and I am 26 years old. He had me pretty late on in his life. And as a result, I feel like being with an older, dad as he was, he taught me a ton of valuable life lessons at a very young age. But the one thing that he taught me that I feel like is the most valuable gift I have ever received in my entire life was music. No, my dad was a full-blown musician. At nighttime in the Philippines, he was a musician playing in clubs every single night. He's a very, very talented man. He knows pretty much every instrument. And so naturally, when I was born, he kind of shared that passion with me. And when I was 4 years old, he bought me a guitar.
Okay, go ahead.
From that point on, he started training me on how to play guitar. And by the time I was 6 years old, there was a day where the band that he played in got booked for a wedding. But they were on their way to a wedding gig when the lead guitarist said, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. My car broke down about an hour and a half away." And my dad was furious. He was so upset. And I remember him yelling into the phone. And he kind of just hung the phone up. He looked at me and he was like, "Grab your guitar. It's time to be a star." And I just remember looking at him like, "No, you're crazy." So let me paint you a picture. I'm 6 years old. I'm standing in front of about 1,000 people at a wedding reception. And they look at me and they need me to start playing because the first song on that list is Johnny Be Good. So my dad looks at me, he looks at the drummer, and the drummer counts down. 1, 2, 3. Instinctively, boom. That first note rings out. I lasted about 20 songs before I told my dad I'm tired. And by the end of the gig, I put my guitar down and everyone was cleaning up. I remember I went to go sit at one of the tables to put my head down and I fell asleep. I was tired. My dad slung me over his shoulders because, the cleaners needed to get that table and all the centerpieces. And from then on out, I pretty much vowed my entire childhood to music. I learned the drums, I learned pretty much every instrument that I possibly could. And as a result, through all of these valuable lessons that my dad was teaching me, he taught me a couple of main principles like discipline, about, ethics, about treating everyone with respect, about including everybody, so many different things. And now the thing is, my dad has always been a very practical person. And one day I told him that I want to be a musician when I grow up. And he kind of just looked at me weird and he was like, "You know what, why don't you do something a little bit more practical? How about something in the medical field?" And that really sort of confused me. And I remember feeling so upset, like, how are you going to teach me these amazing things, these amazing skills, and then not allow me to pursue what I learned, what I want to do. And so as a result, in 2016, I sort of had a falling out with music, and then I started to pick up photography. And I didn't really know how to approach it. Where I really learned about how to make photographs was through the same lessons that I was taught in music. The structure about, practicing something over and over again, getting technical with it, but also just allowing yourself to just feel the emotion and go out there and make the images. It was necessary for me to learn how to play music so that I could apply those same practicing structures into my photography today. And this book right here is a testament to that. I mean, it's inside of the name. This is Rhythms of Light, my first hardcover book, my first actual publication. And if you look at the first few pages here, at the very bottom here on the corner, I don't know if you can see that, but it says right there, dedicated to my dad, Ramon Flores. There's a whole kind of story, kind of want you guys to read on your own here, but he doesn't even know that he inspired my book, as well as just inspired my way of approaching photography. And for that, I am forever grateful for my dad. I love my dad to death. And he is the reason why I am able to release this book. Without my dad, without everything he taught me, I would not be able to be here, doing this right now. So I'm going to go and surprise him, tell him that I created an entire photo book that I've been working on for 3 years, dedicated to him, inspired by him, and that there's 300 copies behind me ready to go, and they will never be printed again. So I want to see his reaction. I don't know how he's going to react. Hopefully good, but we'll see. All right, let's go see what he says. All right, so 3 things, you guys. We just showed up here after driving like 4 hours. First and foremost, I got a freaking ticket. I was in the stupid fast track lane and I forgot to switch my transponder to one person. Secondly, I'm just outside of my dad's place here, and he doesn't really know what's about to go on. I pretty much told him, hey, I need help filming a YouTube video. So essentially, I'm just going to be going in there. I'm going to surprise him with the book. I'm going to sit him down, and then afterwards we'll actually record some music, because I know he's been dying to play some music again with me. It's been a long time. But before we get into there, you guys, if you don't want to make a mistake like I did, one thing you can do to preserve your online brand is to create your own professional website. And that brings us into the sponsor for today's episode, which is the good folks over at Squarespace. Squarespace is your all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your photography business. With cutting-edge design, you can utilize Squarespace's tools such as Blueprint AI that's going to allow you to answer a few questions, and it'll craft a professional website for you using AI technology, or you can even just use one of their award-winning templates to get started. And in addition to creating your own professional portfolio, you can also set up an online store, allowing you to sell either prints, maybe even services, and you can also sell exclusive online content. This is going to be either subscription-based, or maybe you even put together like a course for your photography. Any type of digital content you can also sell on Squarespace, which makes it an extremely powerful tool to get your brand up and running. So to get started with Squarespace today, head over to squarespace.com/KingJapes and enter promo code KingJapes at checkout, and I'm going to get you guys 10% off of your first purchase of a domain or a website. Huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this episode. All right, so I'm about to go inside. I'm actually a little bit nervous because the relationship that I have with my dad, we don't really, tell each other like we love each other, or honestly, like we don't really talk about meaningful things with each other. We often just say, what's up? How's it going? Like, how's your music doing? XYZ. Very surface level. So we'll see if he opens up here, which hopefully he will, because I definitely want him to know how important he was to my photography, but really just to my life. He's my biggest influence. So, all right, Dad, let's see.
Alam mo yung katok na yun.
What's up, Dad?
I'm finishing a movie.
What movie are you watching?
Tagaling.
I just came from the house.
Oh, kinain siya.
What are you watching?
Kaya po tayo.
Come here.
Ooh. Can I see?
Hurry up. What does it say on the bottom? So I just want to show him that.
When are you gonna publish this on one of mine?
Friday.
Okay. You're gonna link it?
Link it.
Are you guys gonna jam?
Yeah.
Remember,
Okay, Dad. Really quick. Introduce yourself. What's your name?
I'm Ramon. Johnny's dad. Call me Don Ramon. How are you? How are you guys?
Do you remember that time when we played in the gig and then you told me to play? Gig?
Oh, the real thing? Okay. We played in Sacramento in a hotel. It's what you call a wedding party.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, my lead guitar is not available, so I have to snap you in so that the party can go on. The show must go on. But you're too little.
I know.
You brave the weight of the guitar. And I was
That was heavy.
surprised you were able to finish the gig. And after you fell asleep in the table, I put you on my back and bring you to my car.
I remember that. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I think that you were 8 or 9 years old.
I thought I was younger, like 6 or 7, maybe 8.
Yeah, maybe 7.
7 years old.
Yeah. But
Man.
we were able to finish the gig. Most of the song we were able to play all the song. Without you, we cannot survive.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why did you train me so hard with music?
Because when you're small, when I put my guitar on the corner, you always scroll on it. And then when your mom got mad at me because the electric guitar fall on you.
It did?
And you cry. So I start, every time you see the guitar, you always scroll on it and hold it. For some reason, I have to take you away, and still you keep on coming back. Oh man, you always
That's crazy.
like to see the guitar. You're gonna hold it. You just want to see it.
All right, Dad, look at this. Check this out.
What's that?
This is my new book.
Wow.
What's the title?
Rhythm of the Light. Wow, galing oh.
You know why we call it that?
Why?
Because of music. So this book I started because the same way you trained me with music, I applied it to learning how to make photographs.
Wow.
Look on the inside really quick. Can you read the first page? Go through it. Here, I'll hold the guitar.
Hey, you got a book.
Read it. What it says there in the bottom.
This one? Dedicated to my dad. Wow! Wow! Dang.
So if you look at this book, right?
Special. God damn.
This is a story about how you trained me.
Phew.
So all of these pictures I've been working on for 3 to 4 years now. Every time I go somewhere new, I remember, like the
Oh,
times
shoot.
you told me, hey, sit inside, learn, keep practicing and practicing and practicing. Even if it doesn't sound good right now, just keep practicing, right?
Wow. Dang.
Look at the back cover though, the back side on the dust jacket.
Oh! How can you do some where you get your essay like this?
What do you
This is the body report of the selfless emotion in the human condition while documenting everyday life of unique characters and visual study of rhythms from different cultures, cities, and countries. Image in the book of include from San Francisco to Los Angeles, Seattle, Chicago. Dang! Saan ka natuto? Ganito ka galing. I'm not like this, but
Yeah,
I
you
can
are.
write. But I can write a lot of essay. I used to write stories. Ilan ang libro mo yan?
So, I only made 300 copies.
Wow. Can I have one?
This is yours right here.
Wow!
This is yours.
Thank you!
That's why I brought it here. I brought it for you.
Papakita ko sa mga kaibigan ko yan. Sa mga musikero.
Yeah. If you get a chance, read this because this is our story about how you taught me how to be. You said my dad is a musician, and I'm a photographer. And it's funny because I notice when I'm going out to take pictures, I'm hearing music.
Oh.
Everywhere I go, if I go somewhere, I think of a music, and I'm like, okay. So each place has its own music in my ears. That's why I called it Rhythms of Light.
Yeah. Galing ng utak ko eh.
But this is yours, Dad. This is for you to keep.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. But you know what? I brought another copy for myself, my own personal copy. But this one is my special copy. Can you sign it for me?
Wow.
I want your autograph on that one. Let me see.
Saan dito?
Anywhere. You can do it on the side, on the front. Whatever works for you.
Dito.
Yeah?
Ilalagyan ko ba ng date?
Whatever works. Just don't say bad words.
Oh, ganda naman eh. Ang date ngayon?
Today is April 14th.
14. Wala na, yun lang.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you, Dad.
Oh,
Thank you.
wala nga, ibang klase yung
I'll take this one because it has your signature.
yeah.
Then you take this one
Oh.
with mine. Deal?
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Deal. All right, Dad. Sleepwalk. Let's first start with Sleepwalk.
Galing naman yun. Wow! I never thought that you can do that.
Of course. Man. Yeah. I haven't played that song in like a long time. Look at it. What do you think?
That's cool.
So I'm going to give that one away. So there's only 300 copies. One lucky winner will get that camera.
Ito, pang Raffle mo ah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That one, you know where I got it? In the thrift store. Guess how much?
Magkano?
$30.
God damn.
You guys heard it right. I'm actually giving away the thrifted Leica. Now, I promised myself that I would never get rid of this camera unless it was going to someone that I feel like would be worthy of it. And it took me a really long time to consider letting it go, but I realized that, you know what, if you are gonna purchase my book, you know, that means the world to me. I put a lot of love, a lot of effort into this. And it's, you know, my first real monograph. It's my first real, you know, hardcover book. So what better way to say thank you to one lucky winner who orders? You're gonna get a chance to win the Leica M3. And when the sale goes on for the book, if you purchase the book, you will automatically be entered into the raffle. On April 30th, I'm gonna put all the names that purchased the book, and mind you, there's only 300 copies, so I feel like they're gonna go pretty quick here. You wanna get a chance to win the M3. Definitely stay tuned. Follow me over on Instagram so you can stay up to date when I am going to drop the book, which is going to be this Friday, April 18th. So
Don't forget to get your copy of Returns of Light on April
April 18th.
April 18th.
There you go. That's this Friday. Say.
Don't forget to get your copy of Returns of Light on April 18. Kailangan maganda boss ko. Hindi, yung boss ko, hindi kasing baba ng boss mo.